The king reads comments. Alrighty, guys and gals, what's going on, everybody? It's Big E here, and we're going to be reading some more comments today. Yes, we are. I got a few saved up here. Let's jump right into it. It's from one day ago on the Iron Man Challenge, episode number 125. Mr. David Nelson. He has been a member for 6 months. Love you, Dave. That turtle is such a long escort quest. It drives me crazy. Oh, this is probably talking about Tuga, the Tuga escort. It is a very long escort. It is doable, though. And the reason it's doable, even on the Iron Man Challenge, is because the escort will follow you. So you can kind of weave your way through mobs and stuff. I don't believe there are any ambushes. But I agree. You got to take it basically across Teneris, which is a long way. This is Mr. Jamie. What's going on? He's been a member for 1 month. This is on the same episode. Almost 1K shots for one skill point is actually crazy. Imagine that, but with an axe. No thanks. 1,000 melee hits, one every 3.5 seconds. Yeah, man, it is brutal. I've complained about the weapon skill system for so long. And a lot of people do as well. But yeah, so I was trying to level up the bow. I had one skill point to get. That's always the worst one. And it took nearly 1,000 arrows to get one skill point there. It's insane. And as far as the axe goes, when I'm leveling up the axe, it's something I'll typically do off camera. I'll just find green mobs and I'll just spam wing clip. It takes a ton of mana to do it, but instead of waiting every 3.5 seconds or 3.8 seconds, whatever your two-hander is or whatever weapon you have, if you've got an instant ability that is a melee hit, you can, do it 3 times as quickly. But it is a pain in the butt, man. 100%. Grats on 49, 11 more to go. I believe in you. Well, thank you, Jamie. I appreciate it, man. I hope we make it. I really do. Trying to be careful, but we've had some close calls. Dustin Dixon, your hair is wet, or am I wrong? What? Oh no, probably. So if you don't see me with the hat on, the hair is growing out. It's getting a little bit longer. I've got this like gel, this paste or whatever, and I'll sometimes just so it's not all over the place when I've got the headphones on, especially after I wash it. It's kind of like wispy and like all over the place. It can be. So I'll just put some gel or whatever and just kind of brush it back so it stays out of the way. Don't think it was wet. It doesn't quite get that hot in here. Casatali. Oh, I've seen this person. Yeah, they've been subscribed for 4 weeks. I think I know who this is. Nice if they added the selective achievements at character creation like the HC add-on does. Absolutely, man. They missed such a big opportunity. Well, he says the same thing. Missed opportunity there, in my opinion. Wing clip on lower level mobs helps level weapon skill. Yes, it does. It's one of my favorite ways to do it. Good decision to keep the weapon skill up to level as best as possible. I'll put a link and a reply to a vid of my warrior. The achievements I'm talking about, I'll show there. So I've got this. I saw this comment and I already have it. I'm going to show this to you guys. This is super effing impressive. This guy did this on a warrior. Let's look at this right here. Here it is right here. By the way, new subscriber, Casatali 13. This is super. It's Buckethead. He's got a Buckethead song here. Let's watch this. This is a Tauren warrior. He's got the pirate outfit on. Get ready to level up. Level 60. On a warrior. That's impressive in and of itself. Check this out. This actually is mind-boggling. He hits level 60 and then walks immediately into the water to drown himself. I guess this is what you do. But I want to show you this. HC add-on. So look at this. Level 60 warrior. Does it show a time played here? I wish it did. When was this released? Oh, this is a year ago. It's hard to say. Anyway, so Bloodbath, man. This is crazy to me. Complete the hardcore challenge without at any point completing a quest, no exceptions. That's just grinding mobs and the little bit of XP you get from uncovering a zone. That is absolutely crazy, man. Much respect. Anybody who gets to 60 without completing a quest, like the pacifist challenge or whatever, it's just so much time goes into it. Solitary struggle. Complete the hardcore challenge without at any point joining a group for a dungeon. You can go solo if you want, though. So Blizzard could have done this, but they didn't do anything, man. No achievements. Tied hands. Complete the hardcore challenge without at any point using a stance other than battle stance. So no defensive stance, no berserker stance. Pretty sure you start in battle stance. Master Herbalism. Complete the hardcore challenge after reaching 300 before level 60, and then complete the Master Alchemist. Complete the hardcore challenge after creating major healing potions before reaching level 51. It's pretty good. Unbelievable. And then he lets the character die. I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if I could. You never even called me by my name. Incredible. I'd like to know your time played if you remember what it was. It's got to be crazy. Yeah, Torn Warrior. That's not the first person I've seen do that, where they just take the death like that. Man, that's super impressive, dude. But I absolutely agree. I wish Blizzard, I hope they do more in the future with the hardcore server. At the character creation screen, you could have these little sub-achievements you could select. You know, if you break them, you fail the challenge. Anyway, this is Mr. Rob Bromford. Bomford. Rob, I'm so sorry. I've been saying your name wrong. I'm so sorry, man. I don't know why I've been doing that. I have fixed it. So the next videos coming up, the end screen, it'll say, actually, I think you wanted Rob of the red shirt, something like that. I've changed it to what you wanted, man. I'm so sorry for pronouncing your name wrong. At 12:40, this confirms to me that Funkmaster E is just you in the 80s. What is this? Let's see what this is. And up until, I think it was 92 or 93. I would have been 22, 23. Almost down to my butt, if you can believe that. I did. I had long hair in the late 80s, early 90s, man. It wasn't quite the afro that Funkmaster E has, but David Nelson, I never played card-based games. This is interesting to watch. Thank you. Oh, thank you, David. This is just a little like chill thing I did for the channel members. I used to play Hearthstone a lot. And I hadn't played it for like 2 years, and I just kind of got bored and just recorded a couple of games on it. I got to be honest, when that game first came out, I was playing World of Warcraft, and I hated it. I hated the idea of it. Like, I hated on it, and I never even played the game. I was one of those people. And then they had something I saw where all you had to do was try it or do something in Hearthstone, and then you got something in World of Warcraft. It may have been a cosmetic or a mount or something. And I got hooked on it. I tried the game, and I got hooked. I was playing it every day. It's a lot of fun. It is. I mean, it's not new player friendly at all. But it is a lot of fun, and they've got different game modes you can play. But pretty fun game. Probably, if you've never played it before, it's probably not fun to watch. So I tried to watch Magic the Gathering. I've never played it, but I remember watching it. It's like, I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, even having played Hearthstone, but I bet if I tried Magic the Gathering, I probably would get into it. This is from Touch Me Nancy. He is OG on the channel. This is from Potions and Herbology, Hogwarts Legacy, Episode 7. If you haven't already on Behind in Videos, be sure to use those cabbages in fights. When I played, they were very strong, especially later when you can improve them. Don't know how far along, and I don't want to say too much. Well, thanks. Thanks, Drew. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I used a bunch of these on accident because it was bound to the tab key. And I'm so used to hitting tab key for other games, opening inventory and things like that. And I ended up using a bunch of them. I don't think I've actually used one in a fight yet, but I didn't realize they were that good. I'm going to try them out for sure. I just have to keybind the key. Thanks for that, man. I appreciate it. This is on Hogwarts Legacy, episode 13. This is Mr. Jamie. Nice episode. I remember playing this the first time. Such a cool part in the story, and it only gets better and better from here. Hope you have fun. Awesome, man. This is, so this is where I not discover, but kind of a turning point in the game where we're in the map room, I think it's called. Yeah, it's getting real interesting. That game is a lot of fun. It really is. It's very well done. This is from Chronicax. I think they just call it hardcore to match what the word means in their other games. For example, Diablo 2. Most of their player base probably also played that, so they know what it means right away. Oh, I see. So basically just permadeath. I'm totally into your take on the challenge. Love the series, but in my opinion, I understand why they named it what they did. And congratulations on 49. Well, thank you, Chronicax. I appreciate the comment, and I do agree with you. I didn't play Diablo 2, but I did play Diablo. What did we play, guys? Diablo 4? I think we played Diablo 4. That was the version. I had a lot of fun with that game. I had some trouble with it, but it was interesting to play. But yeah, I saw, I think it was Travisine did a hardcore Diablo run on some time ago. That was fun to watch. This is Mr. Bill Willis, a long-term member of the channel. I call him a personal friend for sure. The 2005 Hitchhiker's Guide movie is really well done. Screenplay was written by Douglas Adams. Douglas Adams wrote Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So he did the screenplay before he died. It covers most of the bases. So I'm interested in seeing the movie. It's a really strange book, to say the least. And as silly as it is, I said this before, it's really well-written silliness. And it is super interesting. I just find myself, I keep turning the pages. The chapters are shortish, and I like that in a book. So if I get tired or something, I could just, end on a chapter. But I hadn't read it in like almost a week, but I just started it back up again. So I'm about just over a quarter of the way through it. But thanks for letting me know about the movie. I'll have to check it out. This is Glenn, Mr. Granziver, on the Chilling with Hearthstone. I know this is a major noob question, but I've never played this. Where do I look to tell how much mana I have? So I didn't actually explain the game at all, I don't think. So at the bottom right, here, I'll show you. Let's open this up. Well, actually, you guys won't be able to see that, will you? At the bottom right, you have your character portrait down in the middle. And to the right, there are these little blue dots. Those represent your mana crystals. And you start with 1, and then turn 2, you have 2, 3, 4, up to turn 10. 10 mana crystals is as much as you can have. With the exception of more recent expansions, certain classes can have extra mana crystals or something, but they're down there. And if they're empty, they look empty. And if you have mana, they're bright blue. That shows how much mana you have. If I do another Hearthstone, I'll do some more explaining of it. This is JWPNC1. He's a new member. I enjoy your channel, but yeah, this is not my cup of tea. Yeah, it's not for everybody. It's like I said, and if you've never played any kind of virtual card games, not into them, probably watching them definitely isn't going to be your thing. But like I said, I was the same way until I actually tried it, and it is a lot of fun, especially coming from World of Warcraft, because you see all of the heroes, you see their abilities. Even the voices, all of the voices are the same that they did for the most part, I'm pretty sure. Like Malfurion, Anduin, Jaina, pretty interesting for sure. This is Jorgavan. I've seen this before. At 3907, flying Worgen in the air. Let's see what this is. Shadowfang Keep. I'm probably like the only one who needs stuff in here. I don't know. I feel like everybody uses... So I noticed this too. Like heirlooms or whatever. The animations on... It's the same thing in the Starting Zone cinematic. If you look up the Worgens, they're just standing still. They're just like... It's really weird looking. Thanks for your comment, man. Mr. Jamie on Isle of Dread. think this came out today on the 6th. Pretty nerve-wracking episode. That is a very dangerous cave. Well done, E. When that ad popped out of the freezing trap, my heart stopped for a second. And yes, you did have a sting on that ad. Okay, so yeah, we went into a cave. I was pretty nervous the whole time. The mobs were green, but caves are a bad idea in a permadeath challenge. They were humanoids, so every one of the ads was trying to run away when it got low in health. And I had pulled the boss. Well, I won't give too much away. I mean, it's if you haven't seen it, but I was a little panicky there too, man. This is David Nelson on the Isle of Dread episode. Always stressful going into a cave. Good episode. It does look like you opened that last pull with the sting. Okay, so what I had done is I had placed a freezing trap because I was sure I was going to pull at least 2 mobs. And when I pulled it, I accidentally put a freezing trap on it. What I should have done is multi-shot, but I didn't do it. So he got frozen and popped out of the trap because the sting puts damage and breaks him out of the trap. Thanks for letting me know what happened there. I wasn't actually sure. Dustin Dixon on the Isle of Dread. You kill mobs really quickly considering your gear. Yeah, it depends. The green mobs we get down fairly easy, but if anything is yellow, there's different levels of yellow. It does take us quite a while. But yeah, that's why I chose, I wouldn't have been in the cave if they would have been yellow mobs, because the problem with a cave is you work your way in, right? And if you're too slow, what'll happen is you'll get mobs popping up behind you, and you still have mobs in front of you, and there's just no place to go, really, and you can get kind of pinned in. But that ended up happening to us anyway. But what we did, we got to the back, I did what I needed to do, and then we just hearthed out. But yeah, thanks, Dustin. Appreciate it, man. This is from Jamie. I enjoy watching dungeon spamming on the Warrior. Realistically, I'd enjoy watching anything you post. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's a nice comment. Thanks so much. I don't know if everything's as good as the other things I do, but I'm just trying to have fun and just be chill with it. Thanks, Jamie. Expertise is definitely number one priority, I think. Then hit rating, which is capped at 8%. After that, it's probably crit and strength. Oh, so this is on my Worgen. Let's see what this is. Because I wasn't sure about the priorities of my stats. Strength, crit, but you also have things in the game now. You have expertise. Yeah, I'm such a noob with this, but it actually shows what it does there. I don't think they used to have this. This didn't used to pop up like this, where all of this information that you're seeing right there. I never really knew what it meant. And I still don't really. But thanks, Jamie. Yeah, I know. So these low levels, I don't know. I'll just kind of take whatever gear I can get. And if I take this character to end game or something, then maybe I start worrying about, or maybe later levels at least, how my stats are stacked up there. Thank you, man. This is Glory for N. Glory for N, I'm going to say. This is on First Kill Sons of the Forest Immersive Episode 4. They really need an option, or to add an option that make the HUD dynamic or something. It would make the game feel so much more real. I agree 100%. So I'm trying to do an immersive Let's Play on this, but you always have the HUD up there. Now, I think there actually might be an option to turn it off. Same thing with markers and stuff. I think I found that when I played The Forest, the first game. I'll have to look for it. It's a good idea. Thanks actually for bringing this up and reminded me about that. I might end up turning it off, or maybe there's like a hotkey I could use. Because if anybody's watching that series, you're going to start noticing, or you may have already noticed, there's going to be some hard cuts. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm trying to eliminate, for instance, I was trying to build a fire. Well, I know how to build a fire, but I didn't know how to put firewood on it. And I'm not even kidding. I probably spent 10 minutes like chopping the wood and then trying to get it on the fire, and it just wasn't working. So I had to go into, I had to look up how to do it. And I didn't want to keep that in because it completely breaks the immersion of that. Or if I'm in the menu for too long, or not the menu, but the inventory, and I'm just kind of scanning, looking for something, I'll do a cut so that you're not missing any action or anything like that. I'm just trying to eliminate as much non-action as I can. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'm going to look into seeing if I can turn that on. And here's the last comment we have for today. This is Mr. Rob Bomford of the Red Shirt Order. 4220, if you use a two-hand, you actually have 100% hit against equal level targets due to the precision talent. And as another commenter mentioned, expertise would be better to negate, dodge, parry, etc. If you dual wield one-handers, hit becomes your highest priority stat, okay, after strength, as you have that large dual wield miss penalty, and a lot of your damage comes from your 40% boosted auto attacks. Cool to see you run so many dungeons, man. It's great to watch. Well, thank you, Rob. I'm going to be running a lot of dungeons. I kind of like leveling this way, and I got to be honest, this is what I did when Dungeon Finder came out, because I'd never run dungeons before, because I never played with other people or anything, and I leveled characters that way. It is a lot of fun. The only thing that you kind of miss if you do that are the zones, to see the new zones and everything like that. So I guess I'll try to mix it up as best I can. Maybe we'll do a couple of quests in each zone as we're leveling, but mainly do the dungeons. Also get some, decent-ish gear. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with the Wargame. Thanks for this information, man. I really do appreciate it. So I still want to try dual wielding, though. Definitely, for sure. My monitor's shaking. You guys can't actually see it, but it's driving me crazy. And that's it. I don't think I have anything held for review. Oh, here we go. This just popped in 3 minutes ago. At 210, you should keep your rend up at all times. If there are multiple mobs, you should get rend on all targets. The bleed damage adds up. Okay, well, thank you for that tip. I think I was told for single target, it doesn't really matter too much for Fury, but it makes sense. It's like a warlock would dot multiple mobs up. Thanks, Glenn. I appreciate it, man. I really do. Let's bring this. Okay, let's go to the the King's Room or the Chat Tavern? Let's do the Chat Tavern. Here we are. So I had some green tape here, and I took it off because it looked weird. It was cutting off my thing, and I guess I could just pull that up. I can't get this any lower. It doesn't matter, does it? Anyway, thank you for watching and commenting. I really appreciate it. I really enjoy reading the comments, and like I said, probably be a regular thing that I do. So before I was responding fairly quickly to everybody. So what might happen now is there might be a day or two where I've not responded to something that you've said, but just know that I'll eventually get to it, maybe in a video. If not, I'll just reply typing. But yeah, I guess that's it. I have been thinking about drastically changing the release schedule. I don't know. I feel like I'm putting out too much content, and I think people are having a hard time keeping up. And honestly, it's a lot for me. I have every other day, there's 4 videos coming out, and then that off day is 3 videos. It's a lot coming out. It's a lot of content I'm doing, a lot of hours. But I'm doing enough variations of games where I don't really feel like I'm too burned out on it. But I've been thinking about maybe 2 videos a day. I was actually even thinking about 1. The problem with me doing that is it would extend a lot of this by so much. It's a drastic reduction of videos. I don't know. So I did a poll on this like a year or so back, and I asked, because I was trying to get a feel of how people thought about the content that was coming out, whether if it was too much or not enough. So I said, I think I basically just asked, what would you prefer to see, or what's the perfect amount of videos per day? And I think I had 3, 2, or 1. And I got mixed opinions across the board, which I guess I should have expected. Some people, very few people actually just wanted 1 video. It seemed like a moderate amount of people thought 2 would be a good idea. And then everybody else was like, I just keep it how it is. So I'm not sure what to do. I'll figure it out. I got to think about it. 2 videos a day would probably be best, but I don't know. I tend to work things out as I'm talking, and I think that's kind of what I'm doing right here. Anyway, that's it for me. I just wanted to read your comments and say hello and check in, and thank you for watching. If you're liking videos, thank you for doing that. If you've subscribed, thank you so much, and a special big shout out to my channel members. I really, really, really appreciate it. I do. I want you to know that. So that's it for me. You guys and gals take care. I'll see you in a future episode of something. Peace.